Okay, so in today's video, we will be talking about technology literacy and virtual communication skills. My name's Ia.
I'm Brianna.
I'm Scott.
I'm William.
And I'm Diara.
All right, let's get started. So first, we will be doing a quick warm-up. I want you all to think of how your participation in social relationships, healthcare management, and or employment is affected with your ability to use technology. Now think about how comfortable you are with technology for email, FaceTime, and Zoom. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being not proficient, 2 being somewhat proficient, 3 being novice, 4 proficient, and 5 advanced. We'll give you some time to complete this.
And I would like to thank everyone for participating today. Over the past year and a half, we have gone from being able to visit our friends and family, go shopping, and even go to our doctor's office freely and without restriction. But since the COVID pandemic started, all these activities now have restrictions. And even with vaccinations, some areas still limit access and participation in events. And even some families are still afraid to allow visitors of any kind, either friend or close family, from coming over. And today we live in a world where so many people are disconnected and isolated from their family and friends and activities, and even from their own healthcare. And a way to connect everything, such as services, shopping, listening to music, meeting people, even talking to a doctor, are all made through an alphabet soup of technology. And this technology is where only 96% of people aged 50 to 64 even use the internet. Only 58% of Americans 65 and older have home internet, and that leaves roughly 22 million people without any kind of access at all. Over only 84% of 65 and older use email, and only 45% of those use video calls, except when they're using telehealth. And what we're going to discuss today are 3 common forms of communication used over the internet, and these are email, Zoom, and FaceTime. And we chose these platforms because they have proven useful in decreasing people's sense of isolation and loneliness. And when people are able to stay connected with others and socialize further than their own front windows, they improve their attitudes, their health, and improve their quality of life. And it has been shown that people want to learn, use, and adopt new technologies, but barriers keep them from doing so. And these barriers include they do not recognize a use for it. There's confusion because there's lack of clear instruction and guidance on how to use it. It appears too complicated, and there's a lack of knowledge and confidence in using it. So our aim in this presentation is to help minimize your frustration and to help build some self-confidence and motivation in using these methods. And it is our belief that educating and training on these formats will increase your confidence in using them. And this presentation was not designed to trivialize anyone's concerns, their fears, or abilities about using different technologies, but to help with your understanding it more so you can feel better about using them. We hope that you learn a lot from this presentation and find it useful.
So as Scott said, we are here to help you better understand virtual communication and technology and really enhance your competency and comfortability with using these platforms. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is an email. So what is an email? It's short for electronic mail, and an email allows you to send and receive messages to and from others on the internet. Anyone with an email address can communicate to one another. Emails are typically used for work, socializing, and healthcare management. Some popular email domains include Outlook, Yahoo, and Gmail, just to name a few. So why is having an email address important? Well, emails are very fast, they're reliable, and easily accessible. As a very useful method of communication, emails can pretty much connect you with all of the necessities of today's world, whether it's your friends or family, your healthcare providers, or businesses. So for the sake of today, the group activity we are doing is creating and navigating an email website, and I have a video to show you guys. So here are the preliminary steps for creating an email. Step 1, first determine the domain you would like to use. And for the sake of this demonstration, we are going to be using a Gmail domain. So you'll see in the video, the first thing I did was go to Google and follow the protocol for setting up the email. There's also a couple different cybersecurity practices that I've described, not in the previous slide, but in some slides to come, basically how to navigate the email and set up appropriate password security. So I have 2 videos that I would like for you guys to watch. Both videos are step-by-step directions in terms of setting up our email, as well as navigating the site and sending an email to a healthcare provider. The good thing about this is you can take your time in watching it. If you need to pause it, if you need to rewind it back, or if you simply need to write the steps down, you can take the opportunity to do so. So I want you to take the time to watch these 2 videos again on how to create an email, how to navigate the site, as well as how to send an email to a healthcare provider. And this is just part 2 of that same video that you guys are going to watch. So now that you had the time to watch both videos, again, take as much time as you need to. If you need to pause it, rewind the videos, you can do so. I want to highlight some cybersecurity best practices for older adults. So this is a really good way for you to protect your identity and your personal information. And these are just some preliminary steps you can take in order to ensure protection. Number 1 is create a unique and strong password. You always want to lock your computers, your tablets, your smartphones with a secure password. And in the video, you'll see that the password we created is here on the slide. It has at least 12 characters. It's a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols, and it doesn't include any personal identification or markers. We also want to be mindful of any kind of spam-like emails. So you want to think before you act. Any emails and communication that create a sense of urgency, such as an issue with your bank account or taxes, is likely a scam. You want to consider reaching out directly to these companies by phone to determine if the email is legitimate or not, rather than clicking on links. When in doubt, you can just throw out the email. So clicking on links in emails is typically how scammers get access to your personal information. So if an email looks unusual, even if you know the individual who sent it, it is best to just delete it. Turn on the spam filters for your email account to help filter out suspicious messages. And again, once you guys watch those videos, you'll see that a lot of this is also incorporated in those videos.
So now the next platform I want to talk about is Zoom. Zoom is a telecommunication app that allows individuals to create and attend video meetings. These meetings and this platform allows you to do it for free. All you have to do is sign up, and you will build on some of the skills that Diara taught us in her previous 2 videos. So why is Zoom a helpful resource? It can connect you with individuals at any time, any place, as long as you have internet, they have internet, and y'all both have a device capable of connecting. It is a secure app that can be used for telehealth communication as well. And it can be used for employment meetings, if working from home or need to meet from a distance, as well as maybe attending leisure opportunities at the senior center, for example. Again, it's the same format as the earlier videos. The following video will just walk you through the process, and it's going to be the very basics on how to obtain a sign-in and be able to create meetings and work some of the most basic functions of the application. So now I'm going to give you some time to pause us and watch the videos, and feel free to go back and forth and write stuff down and pause as you need to. And here is the video.
So the last platform we're going to talk about today is FaceTime. FaceTime is a video chat platform that is unique to Apple devices and Apple devices only, but this includes iPhones, iPads, iPod Touches, and Apple computers. The neat thing about this platform is that if you are an Apple user, all of these will be connected to each other. Some of the pros of using FaceTime is it is relatively the same on all Apple devices. The icon you see here to the right is the same on your computer, iPod, iPad, and your iPhone. It can be used with cellular service or just wireless internet, meaning a data connection is not necessary. It has the option of including multiple people, similar to Zoom, but there is a limit, and it helps you stay connected with loved ones. A few of the cons is that it is not accessible for those without Apple devices, making it harder to reach them. And it also uses a large amount of cellular data or wireless internet connection. This can result in a higher costing phone bill or internet bill for those who are using it in higher times. Similar to the other platforms, I'm going to let you guys watch this video at your own speed and review it. It's pretty simple and short, but you can pause it as needed and then ask questions.
Okay, so now that we learned how to create and navigate the following 3 virtual social applications, Zoom, email, and FaceTime, I would like to ask you all again to rate your confidence on the use of these platforms. The rating scale stays the same, with 1 equating to not proficient and a 5 equating to advanced. These virtual communication tools can be used to stay in touch with friends and family, send and receive information, keep track of your health utilizing telehealth, engage in leisure pursuits, and many more. Access to these navigation tools could be used on your phone, laptop, computer, or even on some watches that allow for Bluetooth. Remember technology safety by logging out of emails after use and creating passwords to only communicate with who you tend to communicate with. We hope group members can use what they've learned in this video today to increase competency in virtual communication and technology skills. Thank you.